Live, getting results. This is News 6 at noon.
Now at noon, rate changes are coming to pay-by-plate tolls. How much more drivers will have to pay for not having a pass?
Plus a bank robbery, a deputy's patrol vehicle stolen, and a pursuit. A man accused of all these crimes is set to face a judge. We'll have those stories and more in a moment, but first, rain headed our way. More of it this afternoon. Thanks for being with us. I'm Bridget Ellison.
And I'm Justin Mormuth. We need that rain, but some areas of Central Florida are seeing water collecting and not moving. So let's get right over to meteorologist Troy Bridges. He has your pinpoint accurate forecast. Starting to bubble up a little bit, Troy.
Oh, yeah. As we predicted early this morning at 5 a.m., all you need is a little heating from the afternoon sun, and you see those showers, those storms bubbling up. No storms yet, but we'll see a chance for a little bit of thunder and lightning later in the afternoon. Inland Volusia County seeing some rain also in areas of Seminole County. There's Osceola, also Palm Shadows, and Geneva, some light to moderate showers. Oviedo, one little quick moving light shower, also Winter Springs, and then down near Lake Hart and Wedgefield in parts of eastern Orange County, we're pinpointing a pocket or two of moderate rain. There's Conway near downtown Orlando and Azalea Park, pinpointing a pocket of heavier downpours, and then smaller areas of rain on top of Palm Bay moving inland of the coast. We're at 84 now in Orlando, 84 in Ocala, it's 81 in Melbourne, but we are headed up to 87 today at 3 o'clock with a 40% coverage of more rain. We'll talk more about drying conditions finally as we head into tomorrow straight ahead.
Thank you. In just hours, a man suspected of robbing a bank and leading deputies on a chase in one of their stolen patrol cars is expected to face a judge. 51-year-old Gumercindo Reyes is in the Seminole County Jail facing a long list of charges. Surveillance images from the Chase Bank in Castleberry show the suspect, who was wearing a dress and a wig when he demanded cash. After changing in a nearby restaurant bathroom, detectives say a deputy spotted Reyes chasing him into an apartment complex, and that's where they say the two got into a scuffle, and Reyes jumped into the deputy's cruiser and took off. The pursuits went through a neighborhood before the sheriff's office was able to use a pit maneuver on their own vehicle.
New details at noon now on the Amber Alert of a 2-year-old boy who led to the arrest of the toddler's biological mother. The report says Suhey Perez Diaz pointed a handgun at the boy's stepmother and threatened to kill her if she moved. During the search for the toddler, the report says Diaz sent the child's father pictures and audio recordings of Ginzel Perez. The toddler was found with Diaz in an apartment in DeLand yesterday. He was returned to his father and stepmother last night. Later today, Diaz is expected to make a first appearance in Volusia County, and News 6 will be in the courtroom. We'll let you know what happens there.
Breaking news at noon, 2 Florida businessmen tied to Rudy Giuliani, President Trump's personal lawyer, have been arrested. Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman have been arrested on charges of campaign finance violations. The 2 foreign-born men helped arrange meetings between Giuliani and an ousted Ukrainian prosecutor who Joe Biden and the Obama administration forced out of office. Viktor Shokin, who was investigating a gas company that employed Biden's son, Hunter, at the time, was accused by the U.S. and other Western allies of being corrupt. The Miami Herald reports Parnas and Fruman gave hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations to a Trump-allied super PAC. Efforts to investigate them were revealed in a rough transcript of the president's July call to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The call triggered a Democratic impeachment inquiry. Now to crime results in a parking lot shooting. Deputies say they have made an arrest after releasing this surveillance video last month that shows a brawl escalating into gunfire outside the Blue Jeans Lounge in Apopka. A man was shot in the leg in that shooting, and now a 33-year-old suspect is facing charges of attempted second-degree murder. Investigators say anonymous tips to Crime Line led to the arrest of Antoine Mosley. He's going before a judge today, and News 6's Mark Lehman was there and has more details on his arrest. A little extra money is going to be added to Social Security checks. Coming up at noon, how much the cost of living allowance is being adjusted. Plus, check your freezer. A popular ice cream brand has issued a recall. The extra ingredient that may be in the carton ahead at noon. Troy.
That doesn't sound good at all. We are pinpointing rain across Central Florida. If you have plans outdoors, grab the rain gear again. We'll talk about when we will be drying out soon enough, straight ahead.
But first, UCF just received a huge donation to be used to get health results for people battling PTSD. Up next, new technology the donation will fund and how it'll help veterans. You're watching News 6 at noon. Getting results. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by the Florida Lottery.
I felt hopeless, helpless.
You guys definitely get results. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
What the?
What the?
We've all seen some strange things on our roads that make us go, what the? And now I want you to share those moments with me. Send videos and pictures from your dash camera or your passenger of all the wild and weird things that you see, and I'll break down the good, the bad, and yes, the surprisingly correct driving habits. Visit clickorlando.com/whatthehonk to submit what you're seeing today.
NASA will try again tonight to launch its newest weather satellite off the Space Coast. The Icon mission was delayed yesterday because of the weather, ironically enough. The launch is now set for 9:30 tonight. The satellite is on board a Pegasus XL rocket that will be dropped from a plane about 39,000 feet in the air. If the launch happens, we will carry it live for you on clickorlando.com and our free mobile app.
Oh, yeah. So how are we looking?
Well, a little cloudy as we head into tonight, and there will be some lingering showers. The rain chance does go down, though, to 20% as we head into tonight. So if you've got evening plans, go right ahead. We do have a few showers out there now. In some spots, we still need the rain, but in other spots, we don't need another drop. In fact, look at Orlando. We have a deficit still, if you can believe it, of more than 7.5 inches for the year, even though we had some rain yesterday, only a few hundredths added up in the Orlando metro. But in Volusia County, Daytona Beach, we have now a surplus of almost 8 inches. Most of that came down yesterday. This is for the year, but yesterday we had more than 4 inches of rain, and today we're adding more to that as we head into the afternoon and early evening. There's a live view of downtown Orlando right now as we show you those clouds building. As we are heating up the atmosphere, we are seeing a few more of those showers developing, popping up around Central Florida, and that will be the story as we head into the next few hours. 89 is what it feels like. 84 is the actual temperature. And notice the wind. You can see the camera moving a little bit here. The wind out of the north-northeast now at 23 miles per hour. That's sustained, so it's gusting near 30 miles per hour, bringing on shore some moisture out of the north and northeast, and that's why we're seeing some of these quick-moving showers. Early morning temperatures tomorrow in the 60s in northern zone, 66 in Ocala, 70 in Orlando. But let's get results with your 7-day forecast as we take you into the upcoming weekend, and you see those rain chances. They are going to be minimal at 10% or less heading into your Saturday and Sunday. Morning lows in the 60s. Again, we'll see some morning lows tomorrow in the 60s, especially in our northern zones. So maybe a light jacket in order heading into the weekend. It'll be a little cooler than we're used to.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Thank you, Troy.
Thanks, Troy.
Still ahead at noon, a new recall that you'll want to check your freezer for this afternoon. The contaminant the FDA says could be in this popular flavor of ice cream. That's next. And coming up, all new at 5.
You could make a few extra bucks by selling your car on your own rather than going through a dealership. But if you're not careful, it could go terribly wrong. Has it been stressful?
Very stressful. Very stressful, yeah. To the point we haven't really got a life anymore because we don't want to drive anywhere.
I'm Investigator Lewis Bold, and I'll tell you everything you need to know to make sure if you sell your car on your own, it doesn't come back to haunt you. The story starting at 5.
Oh, let me see. Do you have to go? Yeah. Carrie, why don't you come out with us? Sorry, guys, I can't.
Think you know the face of domestic violence? It could be the person in the cubicle next to you. Learn the signs and help News 6 and the Harbor House stand up against domestic violence all month long.
Some breaking news at noon. A man convicted of killing another man over a handicapped parking space will now spend 20 years in prison. Moments ago, a judge handed down the sentence for 49-year-old Michael Draka. The sentence comes almost 2 months after he was found guilty of manslaughter in the shooting death of Marquise McLaughlin. The shooting happened in July of last year after an argument over a handicapped parking space in Clearwater. McLaughlin shoved Draka to the ground just before Draka shot him. Draca claimed that he feared for his life.
Well, it's time to check your freezers. Bluebell Ice Cream has issued a recall for their Butter Crunch ice cream. The FDA says broken pieces of plastic could be in some of the half-gallon cartons of the ice cream. Now, this is a voluntary recall for the Butter Crunch ice cream made at an Alabama plant on August 26th.
Alaska's brown bears are considered the largest in the world. Now they're winning competitions for their size.
You got to see this next at noon, the competition that highlights the changes the bears go through during hibernation.
Let's take a look at an annual competition put on by Katmai National Park and Reserve in Alaska, celebrating animals bulking up for the winter.
That's right. The park posts photos of brown bears as they get chunkier to hibernate through winter.
Fun.
People then vote online for the bear that they think is the huskiest. We'll use that.
Whoa.
That's a big one.
A unit here. This year's champ is number 435, also known as Holly. She is a massive mama bear.
Mama.
Who packed on the pounds to bring home the crown. She beat out nearly a dozen other bears to be named the fattest bear.
What does she eat? A whole bunch of salmon?
I would imagine.
A lot of salmon there.
A lot of salmon.
Sounds good, right?
Now she's working it off.
I bet she is. Yeah, sleeping it off.
Sleeping it off, right.
We are going to be pinpointing some rain today, a 40% coverage, already building in a high of 87. But look at the changes. Yes, indeed. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, rain chances down to 10%. And Columbus Day, I keep forgetting Monday, if you're lucky enough to have that day off, looking good and dry.
Not bad. Join us again for more news and weather at 4.
We always break news on clickorlando.com. See you later.